Hi, my name is David Koteles, and I am interviewing my good friend Chris Tomaino today. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing really good. How are you, David?
So good to see you. I miss you.
I know. It was so nice to see your face.
Yeah, really good to see you. We went to the Sound of Music sing along, right? And this is when it was brand new. It's now like a thing.
Yes. At the time, and how I know you is I was working for the New York Foundation, which is a grants foundation, and their offices are on the 29th floor of the Empire State Building. So I worked in this beautiful setting, and that's how I met David through his former partner, who was my colleague at work. I was basically a organizer, filer, whatever you call them. I forget what my title was. Anyway, one day I'm like clickety clacking, and our executive director was Maddie Lee. And Maddie Lee is a terrific person. I found her inspiring, but she was super duper intimidating. But man, she was like power. And when she kind of walked in, it was like, very kind, but and some meetings I was in, I was like, oh, this woman's got some power. I didn't want to get called into her office. You know what I mean? That was not the kind of a thing. So one day I'm working and my phone rings and it tells us who's calling, and it's Maddie. So I pick it up. I'm like, hi. She's like, can I see you in my office? I was like, oh boy. So I walk into her office, and her office too was in the southeast corner of the Empire State Building on a all glass. So it's
Wow.
very intimidating walking in her office. So I walk in and I sit down, and she just across her desk very slowly slides across a magazine, which is New York Magazine, and it's in the back. And there are the advertisements and things. And in it is a sing along Sound of Music and a costume competition in addition to it. So you go to the film, and if you want, you dress in costume, and there's a costume parade. So she says to me, "We're going to be going as an office, and you will be organizing it, and you will be organizing the costume." And I was like, great. So I went back to my office and I was like, I spoke to Maria Matola about it. I spoke to a lot of people about it, a lot of ideas. And I was like, we have to be creative. We must be creative. I read there was a craft store down the street from the Empire State Building. So I run over there and I buy some silver mylar, and I cut the silver mylar to crescent moons, put them on thread with safety pins, like a whole bunch of those. And then I asked everybody, we organized everybody in the office, and Joseph came along, so David came along, and that's how we met. And I asked everybody to wear long sleeve black shirts. That's all you had to do. And we'll meet outside the Ziegfeld Theater to see it. So going to the Ziegfeld, if you're not familiar with New York, that's like the best place to see a movie. Old fashioned, beautiful movie theater. So we have our tickets, we're outside, everybody shows up, and I have everybody pin the crescent moons onto their sleeves. I had a black baseball cap that I put eyes on, and I had everybody stand in a V formation behind me. And when I went up like this, everybody would do the same, and our arms would come down. And we were wild geese that fly with the moon on our wings. Um, and so we get into the Ziegfeld. They line us all up. We're all lined up, and there were some good ones. Do you remember the guy that was addressed as the Hasidic Jewish man? And they said, "Who are you?" "I'm a Jew for you and you and you." So funny. And there was a tea bag. There was somebody dressed in a great big tea bag.
Wow.
And the woman, I'll never forget this. We're in line, and the woman, she was either ahead or behind us, which was just right next to us, was dressed as the Baroness. So dressed as Eleanor Parker with this kind of sweepy gown and a blonde wig. And I was like, how obvious. And so yeah, let's put her in front of us just for the
They're
sake of the
very
story.
liberal minded,
Yeah.
they don't they're not as creative and innovative.
No, I mean, I certainly appreciated the effort.
I myself, I would have been, at a fabric store buying a bulk of pajamas.
Oh, I would have done the same. If I had time and I knew how to sew, we would have all had matching outfits, pal, made out of old curtains. Please. Did you see the Sound of Music kids on Zoom
Masks?
with
Yeah.
their matching masks? It's adorable.
I love
So she goes like the Jewish guy, yay! The tea bag, yay! She gets a yay! We come up and we do our thing, and he goes, "What are you?" And I said, "We're a wild geese that fly on a moon with the moon on our wings." And the place just went nuts, and we won.
We won. What did
And
we win?
we won the it was some anniversary that year of the Sound of Music, so we won the deluxe DVD, which I have in my cabinet.
Well deserved too.